Team Tyson Fury, by way of his trainer, Andy Lee, finally admitting that Tyson Fury is growing antsy and, quote, frustrated with the lack of negotiations and progress with the negotiations, and he just wants to fight. I'm going to talk about all that more in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Make sure you click the link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. I have a great partnership with TUBEBUDDY. I've been using it for years. I started off with 0 subscribers, and now we're over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY can help for you too. If you create, regardless of your genre, it'll help you by optimizing your videos to get them ready for the net and make them searchable. There's a lot of other features that I don't have enough time to go over every single feature, but mark my words, take my word for it. TUBEBUDDY can definitely help you with your YouTube channel. I've been using it, use it to this day, and link in the description helps the channel out as well. Now, Sky Sports front page in their boxing section, boom. Tyson Fury, quote, frustrated by delay of the Joshua fight. Womp, womp, womp. You click into this, link will be in the description. Sky Sports says Tyson Fury is frustrated by delay in fighting Anthony Joshua, says Andy Lee, and we'll talk about what the article suggests. Make sure you smash the like button. If you enjoy content like this or you love the sweet science, the sport of boxing, I drop daily content, live streams, post-fight breakdowns. Normally I cover the fight, but we're in a pandemic, so I've been low. But we still have a great time over here. We do the Boxingego watch party, and I have a ton of other things, Ego Weight Watchers. So consider subscribing if it's your first time, or if you haven't hit the subscribe button, consider that. Also hit the post notification bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Now, the article says Tyson Fury may find the delay to his fight with Anthony Joshua to his detriment or to his benefit. Fury has been training in Vegas alongside Sugar Hill and Andy Lee, another crucial cog to his corner, overseeing blah, blah, blah. Joseph Parker just fought. WBC champion Joshua reviewing the paperwork to agree an undisputed heavyweight ruler. And promoter Eddie Hearn hopes to make a formal announcement this week. So now it's a hope he makes a formal announcement. So the week Canelo is fighting against Billy Joe Saunders, Eddie Hearn, who's promoting that event with Rematch Room and DAZN, is hoping to make a formal announcement. But let's see the date of this article, Monday. So today you have an article from Tyson Fury's trainer, and he's saying that Fury's growing frustrated. So hope floats, but we'll continue. Andy Lee, and just so you guys don't know, or in case you guys don't know, Andy Lee is his cousin. So he's a co-trainer and cousin of Tyson Fury. Quote, Tyson Fury, he's frustrated, Lee told Sky Sports about Fury. The end date was February, then it was March. Now we're still going on, right? He continues by saying, Tyson Fury, he's very frustrated that the biggest, most powerful people in boxing, promoters Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and all of these networks, but they can't seem to get the deal done. This is a direct quote from Andy Lee. Now, I'm at the point where I'm starting to wonder if people in boxing are like slow, or they have a learning like disorder, or something that prevents them from utilizing common sense, because people are overcomplicating what to me is not a complex situation. It says Tyson Fury is very frustrated that the biggest, most powerful people in boxing, promoters Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and all the networks, but they can't seem to get the deal done for whatever reason. Maybe that's because you swore that you would fight Deontay Wilder in a 2-fight deal, and you've only completed 1 fight. You've been accused of cheating, and we had a global pandemic, which pretty much prevented the 3rd fight, trilogy fight, from taking place last July when it was scheduled. So Andy Lee, cousin of Tyson Fury, is acting bewildered, and Tyson Fury is saying they can't seem to get the deal done for whatever reason. Listen, king of analogies. It's like if you call your barber and say, hey, I want to get my hair cut at 3 p.m. and he's like, already have someone coming at 3 p.m. Guess what? You don't get your hair cut because he's already made an obligation. So it's obligatory, and he's already made a commitment to somebody else. So he can't remove them who secured that spot and remove them out the chair, right? In favor of you. This, in essence, is what Tyson Fury and his team, Bob Arum and Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, were trying to do. It was obviously a bad idea to go through negotiations and try to double book a fight when Tyson Fury and his team hadn't been through a mediation and litigation process with an arbitrator. So an arbitration process. Who would do this? And then Tyson Fury and his cousin are acting like they can't get it, like they're confused. Like, why can't they sew up the deal? And the elephant in the room has always been this mediation arbitration process. But for whatever reason, maybe it's a gag order or whatever, they refuse to even mention the notion that that could be the holdup. But now you see the reports shifting, you know, and the reports are shifting, saying that Tyson Fury could just end up fighting Wilder. So to me, I think the Wilder trilogy fight was always the one. They just needed a live gate and the crowd participation back. So all this other clout chasing with Eddie Hearn and, you know, Fury Joshua, this is what they told you. And, you know, for whatever reason, Fury doesn't want to fight Wilder. And that's another separate issue. But you have Tyson Fury, a prize fighter, like Floyd Mayweather said, I'm a prize fighter. I fight for a prize, dummy. You have a prize fighter who's willing to tie up. He's already told you and revealed he's wasted and spent millions of dollars fighting Wilder, who he claimed was ducking him in a trilogy fight and doesn't want the trilogy. But you as a prize fighter would rather waste money in litigation and go into court to not fight someone and, you know, say, I'm never fighting him. Now to coming back to the table saying you may have to fight him when you could have just fought him, got it over with. If you're good enough to beat him without cheating, beat him, and then you could fight whoever you want. You could fight Dillian White, AJ, you know, double fight trilogy. But look at the order of operations. And now people are acting confused by this. But this is really common sense to me, which is what I've said. It looks like Ego Stradamus is about to strike again. It says, asked if he was worrying that the fight would fail to materialize, trainer of Tyson Fury, Andy Lee, says, it's inevitable that it will happen. This doesn't answer the question. Who cares if it happens if it's not for Undisputed and it's not this summer? He was asked if he's worried that the fight will fail to materialize. Who cares if they fight 2 years from now or something like that, or if Fury gets knocked out by Wilder in a trilogy fight and then they fight. It says, but all this sitting around and waiting, Tyson could have fought in February or March. He's been held up by it. He does like to be active. I don't know if it's to his detriment or his benefit that he has this wait that has to happen. He will be ready to unleash the Fury when the fight is on. Fury hasn't fought since he fought Wilder, and they doing too much with the verb destruction. All right. Hearn said on Saturday night, where all systems go. I'm not even going to read that. You guys can go to the article, link in the description. The bottom line is, once again, you have Tyson Fury, you have Eddie Hearn. They keep saying this fight's coming, but they can't tell you anything. No updates. They can't give you a date, a time. They can't tell you how to order tickets, nothing. So it's really becoming a nuisance for boxing, and I think it's a black eye for the sport, the way these professionals have conducted themselves and wasted people's time. If this fight does not happen this summer in July, like Eddie Hearn said and Tyson Fury's team led you on to believe, I think they will have hell to pay from the fans. Let me know how I did in the video. The situation is like, I'm definitely over it. I don't even think it's that great of a fight to begin with based on the styles. I don't think it'll be a sure shot action fight. It's really not worth this, but I'm continuing to talk about this because as a person in boxing, I'm one of the people that do what they say they're going to do. So for me, I told you I was going to stay on the subject until I falter or break, or it's revealed what is happening and they concede and wave the white flag that the Joshua Fury fight is officially dead. Bob Arum has already said it's dead in the water. Tyson Fury's team has sounded doubtful. John Fury sounded doubtful. His cousin and trainer, Andy Lee, Kronk Jim, has said, oh, he's getting frustrated. But yet and still, morons continue to believe that Wilder and Fury trilogy no way will happen, that the arbitration has no bearing on this. We'll see what happens. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working.